I said that I hadn't noticed any Blackbeard algae returning to this tank since switching out the large piece of driftwood in the center, which was infested with it, and noticed that at least a few of these Audouinella do have some blackbeard on the leaves. Now some say don't worry about blackbeard algae, it comes and goes, but for me I'd like to at least keep it under control. So what I did was remove the piece of driftwood on the left, which has a couple of tiny Anubias attached to it, and spray them down heavily with 3% hydrogen peroxide and let them sit in the open air for about 10 minutes before thoroughly rinsing off the Anubias and the driftwood under cold tap water. And then I return this piece of driftwood to the tank. Here we are 4 or 5 hours later. The blackbeard algae is still dark gray in color, so it hasn't affected it noticeably as of yet. What I'd like to do is repeat this treatment several times and also carefully clip away infected, damaged leaves and leave healthy leaves like the one on the far left, which have no algae on them. And this should encourage the plants to put more energy towards new growth and healthy leaves. And I do hope that I can keep blackbeard algae under control in this tank. Now, one method I have used is to remove driftwood ornaments to the 120-gallon tank where true Siamese algae eaters eat the blackbeard algae. However, I have snails and limpets pretty well under control in this tank, and I don't want to carry any more pest snails into it, and that tank has loads of them, so I believe this method will be the best course of action for these infested ornaments and plants. You can see here that attaching Anubias to driftwood with super glue gel was a mistake because it looks horrible white when it hardens. So now I just use black string, and eventually the Anubias will attach with their roots to the driftwood. So decide which leaves can go. I'm going to leave enough leaves for the plant to recover, but leaves that are hopelessly infested with algae and those that are damaged should be removed. I sprayed this ornament down with 3% hydrogen peroxide so it'll have a chance to sit on this blackbeard algae and hopefully destroy it after several applications. Here's a look at the plants from the side. The second treatment of hydrogen peroxide has made a huge difference, especially with removing hopeless leaves from the plants. I decided to return the ornament to the tank in this position so that I can have a close look at them for the next couple of days and decide whether or not I want to apply a third treatment. Once I'm satisfied that I've rid the plants of as much Blackbeard as possible, I'll turn the ornament back around to hide the horrible super glue gel. I tried to pick it off, but if I remove all of it, it's going to damage the plants, so it'll just have to remain. After the third treatment, I do believe that this plant is largely free of Blackbeard algae, so I'll return the driftwood ornament to the position that hides the super glue gel and makes the tank look better. I believe I got most of the Blackbeard off of these two plants, and I returned the driftwood ornament to the position that hides the horrible looking super glue gel. I seem to be doing a pretty good job of keeping the algae under control. The plants are healthy and the shrimp are right happy.